What's going on, Crypto Land? My name is Phil. This is the Fun with Crypto podcast.
This is Season 2, Episode 16.
So I hope everybody's been having a good week and enjoying the better weather. I'm on the East Coast, so the weather's getting better out here. Anyways, in this episode, I'm actually just going to concentrate on a comparison between the Casa Node and the Raspiblitz. So I recently set up a version 1.1 Raspiblitz using the Raspberry Pi and an external hard drive, and I bought myself a screen and a power adapter with 3.0 amp out, because the power adapter that you get with one of those Cana kits doesn't seem to be enough to also power the hard drive, so you end up running into a slew of issues when you try to start that up. I wanted to do this comparison because it really is a different skill level for both devices. The Casa Node, as I have said in many of my prior reviews of it in past episodes, it's a utility. You know, if you could set up a router, then you can set up a Casa Node. That's, you know, what I've always said, and I still believe that to be true. You know, you take the node out of the box, you plug it in, you follow the 3-4 pages that they give you, and you're up and running. You're simply just waiting for the end of the blockchain to sync. But other than that, once that's done, you're transferring your funds onto that node, and you're starting to set up channels. It's very, very easy. It's very intuitive. I've had the Casa Node running for about 5 months now. In that 5 months, I've experienced one issue with the node where I actually had to reach out to support. Now, I'm not saying that my situation is typical of everybody's experience. I read obviously other people who had experiences right away where there was an issue with the unit right out of the box or whatnot. But in either instance, they got help, and the point of my story is that I had one issue with it. I was able to get help with it very quickly, and I had the node back up and running in less than 24 hours. And in the end, all it was that it, to me anyways, seemed to be a connection to the hard drive, so it didn't pick up the blockchain. So all of a sudden it thought that it was a brand new wallet, which obviously scared me like crazy. So yes, that was the one issue I had. But on the bright side, I got to go through the process of having to restore my seed phrase and go through that process. So to me, it was a learning experience. Anyways, so I'd say overall, the Casa Node is great for people who want to tinker less and want to simply have a node running, up and running more, and just want to have that kind of easy flow experience. Now, it's not to say that the Raspiblitz won't end up having that experience, but currently you're doing a lot of manual work yourself. So moving on to the Raspiblitz. Okay. So with this, you have to buy your own hardware. I'm going to give a link to the GitHub, but Rootsall does a great job of providing step-by-step instructions and a shopping list depending on what country you're in, which is really amazing. I mean, it is really, really well put together. I mean, for something that where you're going out and you're buying the parts and these people have decided to put together the software and the instructions, it is incredibly done. I was really, really pleased. So I was able to easily follow the instructions. You image a micro SD card, you pop it into the Raspiblitz, and then you turn it on and then follow the instructions and the prompts. It seemed like I should have had it running in about a couple of days, but I ended up running into an issue where it kept on showing an error, something like scanning Lightning blockchain, and it was just like a question mark with a total block number. And it just sat there for days. And of course, I'm inexperienced enough that I don't want to touch it. I don't want to shut it down because I obviously don't want to make things worse. And I don't really feel like starting over again because I've been trying to get one up and running for quite a while now. So I was so happy to get to this point because my issue had to do with the power supply originally. Anyways, finally, was able to get this thing running, and I installed the Ride the Lightning interface, which I'm also going to provide a link to them as well. Also, a really, really great web UI for your Raspiblitz. It just totally helps. It totally helps with managing your Lightning channels, and it's just an all-around easy easy experience. It's intuitive. You don't have to sit there and do, any kind of guesswork. So overall, I was relatively impressed. I ended up running into one issue with it, which I had just explained, where it was showing, lightning scanning blockchain. And that issue, I also was able to get a response in less than 24 hours on that and get that resolved. So I'd say in terms of support, whether you go with a Raspiblitz, which is more hands-on, or you go with the utility Casa unit, I'd say that support, in terms of my experience, was equally good. So I was really pleased about that. I mean, overall, I'd say that both products are really excellent, and it's really nice. I really enjoy the experience of tinkering with the Raspiblitz, and I'm actually in the middle of, I just ordered parts for a third one, so I plan to have a third node up and running. So that's definitely going to be fun. So really, to wrap this up, what it's going to come down to is whether you feel like tinkering or not. I truly believe that both products have their positives, their positives and their negatives, because I could tell you this, I'm definitely not looking forward to the upgrade process on the Raspiblitz, because I'm going to have to upgrade multiple pieces of software, and, to expect some team that's doing, for the Rootsall and his team, to be doing this, for free. It's, I mean, you're gonna wait. If you want them to package it, I mean, you're gonna wait for them to package it, and I completely understand that. That makes total sense. I mean, we're not paying for it. So, but on the other hand, with Casa Node, when you do an upgrade, it's a one-button process. It's a one-click process. You just click upgrade, you type in your password, and that's it. You log back into the web interface. So, again, it has to do with how much, not just whether you're a tinker or not. It obviously has to do with the price point as well, because the Casa Node is $299. The Raspiblitz, I believe, when all was said and done, with everything that I had paid for, including the hard drive and everything, I think I'm in at around $200. But keep in mind, I also bought a custom case, which I ordered for it, off of the crypto. I think it's the Crypto Cloak. I'll post the link in the show notes. I think it's the cryptocloak.com. Anyways, they make custom cases for the Raspberry Pis, which I suggest everybody check out. If you're a Lightning Node operator and you want to have a cool custom case, definitely check them out. Without the customization, I mean, you could probably get it pulled off for like $150 USD. Maybe $175, as opposed to a Casa Node, which is going to run you $300. But again, with the Casa Node, you're getting the support, you're getting the easy, intuitive UI, the one-click update process, and of course, you're getting support that you've paid for. It's going to be all up to you guys. I say, if you can do it, get one of each up and running, because you get to experience both sides of it, and they both have their strengths. And I think it's totally worth doing. If you want to be a little more creative, then the Raspiblitz is probably going to be up your alley. As always, you're using real funds, right? You're putting Bitcoin on this, so you want to be careful, and you want to make sure that you write down your seed. If you do get a Casa Node or you get a Raspiblitz, you want to make sure that you write down your seed phrase and everything, and that you have a way of getting your funds back. And at the same time, be reckless. And this is going to wrap it up for this nice quick episode about my experience between having the Casa Node and the Raspiblitz. So I'll catch you all next time.